Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining us for the News 12 FastCast. I'm Nick Proto. It's 7:30 on our Monday, September 16th. This week, there are going to be two meetings, and leaders from Augusta Parks and Rec want your community input. Both expected to talk about improvement project plans for two parks, McBean in Hepzibah and Blythe Park. During the meetings, they encourage members of the community to come express any concerns or suggestions that they may have related to those parks, and they'll also learn about proposed park changes. The first meeting is tonight at 6 o'clock at the McBean Community Center. The second meeting is on Thursday at the Blythe Area Recreation Center. And this isn't the first time we've talked about improving parks across the CSRA. Last year, leaders approved millions of dollars to go towards Dias and May parks to add amenities like a walking trail, pickleball courts, basketball courts, and more. That'll take time to see some progress there, so we'll keep up to date on it and let you know as we see things. The mom arrested for attacking an Evans daycare worker has been arrested again on a simple battery charge, also over her child. The McDuffie County Sheriff's Office says 31-year-old Casey Brooks was arrested in Columbia County and taken to McDuffie County to face that charge. Investigators say Brooks pushed the victim, who was holding her 5-year-old, when she was trying to take the child away from them. Brooks was accused of misdemeanor battery on a 61-year-old daycare instructor who Brooks said was abusing her son in 2021. A judge decided not to charge the daycare worker, and the misdemeanor charge against Brooks was dismissed. The Richmond County coroner says a man has been shot and killed. The sheriff's office and Hepzibah officers responded to Carroll Drive for shots fired Saturday night. Authorities say they found the man and a woman injured, both of them taken to Wellstar MCG. The coroner says 37-year-old Eric Council died before midnight. Later on, authorities arrested and charged 38-year-old Constance Jenkins in connection to his death. She faces murder and other charges. No word if she was the other victim or if she was taken into custody after officials gathered evidence. The McDuffie County coroner says a 39-year-old is dead from a shooting in Thompson on Friday. Coroner Paul Johnson says the call came in around 5:15 that morning on Royal Street. He says Calvin Hart Jr. was killed. The sheriff's office and the GBI are investigating what led up to his death. A North Augusta man is accused of manslaughter in Barnwell County. Investigators say on September 6th, deputies and SLED's fugitive team found Alexander McGregor. He's facing charges for the death of 34-year-old Adam Laurimore in August. An incident report says a search on his phone shows texts between him and McGregor about narcotics. Officials say the evidence points to McGregor selling him drugs, which led to his death. McGregor is behind bars waiting for a bond hearing. Washington County deputies announced one of their sergeants has died. The agency says Sergeant Robert Gucher passed away with his family by his side Saturday morning after an extended health issue. Gucher was assigned to the Courthouse Security Division. The sheriff's office is asking the area to keep his family in your thoughts and prayers. SLED agents pressing charges against a woman from Aiken County in connection to a case. Officials say Murray Frank is charged with criminal sexual conduct with a minor and more for an incident that happened between March and May of this year. She's in the Aiken County Detention Center now. The Aiken County coroner has identified the victim of a stabbing on Edgefield Highway Friday. 36-year-old Jeffrey Stodgehill was stabbed during a fight with his family member. The coroner says he died at the scene. This is an ongoing investigation. Aiken's city manager says the Union Street Bridge will not reopen because it does not meet safety standards. The city was waiting on a formal notification from SCDOT since the bridge closed last January after failing a routine inspection. Right now, they're waiting on a final disposition from the agency. The Fairfield Street Bridge remains closed as well, but officials say they want to come up with plans to rebuild it. Leaders say the reason the Fairfield Bridge project has taken so long is a lack of funding, but they are in the process of getting ready to share final plans. Tonight, school officials are holding a school safety meeting at Cross Creek High School at 6 o'clock. Now, this meeting was put in place before the Appalachia High School shooting and the threats that have followed since then. We also have an update here on Congressman Joe Wilson, learning that he now has a pacemaker and is recovering after experiencing a medical emergency last Tuesday night. Wilson was taken to a hospital in Washington, D.C. after collapsing at a Ukrainian Independence Day event. The 77-year-old has been representing the 2nd District in Congress for 23 years. Just a heads up from the city of Augusta, one of the traffic lights may still be down in downtown Augusta. Officials shared a post on Facebook last week that the light on Broad and 5th Streets was out for repairs. They say every driver should treat the intersection like a four-way stop, so just be careful in downtown this morning if you head that way. A local dispatcher's community is doing what they can to remember her. Last week, Sparta officers say Aline Jones died in a hit-and-run down in Jacksonville, Florida. A black cloth is posted on top of the police department sign showing they are mourning. Her work family wants to remember all the best things about her. We caught up with two dispatchers who say she was like a mother, always caring and wanted to support her team no matter what.
A few times I was really short, and she was like, I'm going to stick by you. I'm not going to leave you like the rest of them. She said, I'm going to stick by you. And she stuck by me. She never left. She did not leave.
Other members in the community say Jones lived a life of love. Florida authorities say they found the truck involved in that accident. We haven't seen any other updates in the case just yet. Later this morning, North Augusta public safety officers will host an annual blood drive. This is the second time they're honoring former Officer Dustin Beasley, who lost his battle with COVID-19 3 years ago. You'll find the drive set up at the police hut on East Buena Vista Avenue from 9 to 3. You do have to bring a photo ID with you when you go. That's everything you need to know on the news side this morning. Let's send things over to First Alert meteorologist Tim Strong now for a check at your Monday forecast.
All right, thank you, Nick. Just offshore the Carolinas is an area of low pressure that has the potential to develop into our next named storm as we move through the next several hours for today. The rain threat remains off to the east and will more than likely stay that way. We've got a decent look at some clearing skies taking effect here this morning. Nice, beautiful look out at Grovetown Live Eye camera. We've cooled down to 67. Most of our temperatures have been anywhere between the upper 60s and low 70s. The breeze about 5 to 10 this morning. That's going to pick up a little bit more into the afternoon. 70 for you in Saluda and around the lake. We get up a little closer to the metro areas here, Grovetown, Martinez, all the way towards Graniteville. We have upper 60s, but the pattern looking fairly dry here for today. A mix of sun and clouds starting off 60s and 70s, finishing just around that 80-degree mark here for today. Cut shy well of the average, but believe it or not, we are on our way to a warming trend that should get us back up close to average through the middle of the week. So north winds 10 to 15. We're going to keep things fairly dry. Cloudy at times again overnight and into tomorrow with that low moving on shore, but we'll keep the rain out of the picture all the way into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, jumping up around average 88, 87. Lows in the lower to mid 60s. Our first official day of fall. It's coming this weekend on Sunday and will cool down to 81. Have a great day.